Hi, Sonia here in my kitchen, and just trying to do something with my hair. Anyways, as you can see, I haven't really done my face yet this morning. You can still see a little bit of the eye makeup circles around my eyes. So I'm showing you that because I'm about to make a quick cleanser, and I want to show you how it works. It's a gentle cleanser, makeup remover formulation, and so the one I actually sell is it's got calendula, chamomile hydrosols, sunflower oil. It's very, very safe, so I can use it around the eyes. There's no essential oils. Here's the deal. I have a few products laying around that I want to use up, and so for me, and I just realized I did not bring out a bottle, so and I'm going to get a plastic bottle. So when I sell products, when I make them to sell, I actually use dark bottle, you know, spritzer, nice label, but I use glass and I use a dark bottle because I use a lot of essential oils and just plant oils in general, which their effective medicinal properties are going to break down over time. Hey, thanks for joining. So they're going to break down over time, and so the dark bottle helps keep these products fresher, and the glass is always better for using any sort of a product for maintaining its freshness. I don't really like using plastic, but I go through this stuff really quick, and what I'm doing right now is I'm going to make a quick cleanser that I'm going to use for me in my bathroom, and I go through this. I use it twice a day. So I'm going to use one of my plastic bottles that I have in there. I have some 4-ounce plastic ones, and it's BPA free, but I'm going to use that in a larger amount. So I'm not going through so many of these glass bottles. This is how I pay myself, is with my own products, but I don't want to waste this stuff because it's pretty expensive, honestly, the ingredients in the packaging. And when I took the course, I had got a bunch of the small amounts of a lot of different hydrosols. So hydrosols are, that is the water byproduct when an essential oil is made. So it does have some of the essential oil properties in it. And so I have a few of these laying around that I had got because I was trying to try different products for the body and the face, and I either never got around to using them or I tried them out and decided not to use them. So I have Pau de Arco hydrosol and I have a lavandin hydrosol. I don't use either of these in my current products that I sell. And then I have some jojoba oil, unrefined jojoba oil. I actually do use jojoba oil in my beard oil, but I haven't really been marketing that yet. So I've kind of put that aside. So I'm going to just use what I have. Even though jojoba oil lasts a long time, it's also good, like, it's a cleansing kind of an oil, right? So it's known for kind of antiseptic properties, more or less. So it's good for different types of skin. I hate using the word sterile, is not the right word. Anyway, so these are what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make a quick cleanser here on video so that you can kind of see what I do. And this is just really super easy. And this is so I can have something to use today without having to get a whole new bottle of the stuff I want to sell. So I have my beaker and I have my scale. You can't see, but here it is. So I am going to zero that out. And so what I'm going to do is just 50% oil and 50% water. That's it. Well, hydrosol, like water-soluble, water-based ingredients. So half waters, half oils. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do... Now I know that my 4-ounce bottle is about 100 to 130 in their grams, right? So I'm going to do 50 and 50 and just make it a 100-gram recipe and put it in the bottle, just to keep it easy. So 50% oils, so I'm about 50 grams of jojoba oil. Okay, and I ended up actually with 50.5, and well, some of that's on the scale. So normally I do this in my lab when I'm making products and I use gloves. But this is just for me. So I actually have a bigger scale in lab. So still 50.5 is what it came out to. So normally I'm a lot more careful when I'm in lab because, you know, I keep track of this stuff in a lab notebook and I try to stay consistent. So 50.5. So I'm going to tea that out right? And I'm gonna try this interesting mix of Pau d'Arco and lavandin and see how that comes out. So I'm gonna do about 25 grams of Pau d'Arco. Okay, 25.3. So I'm gonna go 25.2. Let's bring it up to 50.5 of the lavandin, which is like lavender. It's just what is it? I think it's a slightly different species, or it's a slightly different part of the plant. I can't remember. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this here. Bring this up to 50.5. Ooh, 50 even. But I have some here that's gotten onto the scale. Clean that off. I actually really like the way the lavandin smells. It's a lot more, so I went way over. It's a lot more green, shrubbery-like. So normally I'm not sitting here talking to you, so I'm going to go a little bit more on the jojoba oil. So I need 3 more grams of jojoba oil because I went over on the hydrosol. And this is just to make it kind of an even 50-50 oil and waters, which creates a cleanser. Real simple. And okay, just about there. Yay! Okay, so I got a perfect 50-50% product here. Okay, so now I have my oil and my in my waters. You can see the oil actually floats on top of the water because it's lighter. But here's what's cool about that. This is what keeps these products safe, leaving them out, because I don't use preservatives, and there's no preservatives here. And so the benefit of having a biphase product like this, which is different than like what you normally get at the store. You get an emulsified product where they usually use some sort of a chemical emulsifier, and then which blends the water and oil together. And so there's some natural emulsifiers, so, you know, and natural preservatives I'm going to learn more about, hopefully, if I ever get back to the education piece. And I am creating, basically, I'm emulsifying by mixing the water and the oil. But when it sets, the oil is going to sit on top of the water, which is cool because it's actually a protective barrier against any bacteria or stuff that might normally get into the water. And so this keeps it pretty safe in your bathroom. The other thing to remember is when you use a product like this, it'll be in a bottle. Normally, you're going to want to actually shake it up before you use it to create this creamy, lotiony effect. Now, I'm doing this right here because I actually want to use this. This is part of my demonstration. I just forgot the bottle. So normally you would spritz it onto your cotton round. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I just got an email. Okay, so the reason I showed you my eyes before is because I wanted to kind of show you the effects here and how these can be used actually as an eye makeup remover. This is pretty much what I use anymore. Since I've started using my own products, I've pretty much just gone to mascara and blush. And so it works really effectively as a cleanser. I hope you can see that. There we go. Okay. And I obviously needed a little bit of cleansing, so I'm going to mix this back up and try not to spill it everywhere, which is kind of my MO. I tend to spill a lot of things. You should have seen me when I very first started learning this stuff in lab. Like I said, I had to do labs for the online course that I took. And oh my God, when I first started to make these products and then make them in the lab, and I was so busy moving so fast, and I tried to pour this stuff into little bottles, and holy smokes, I spilled everywhere. I'm a lot better now because of practice. Oh, wow. I really like this jojoba oil, actually. It really does seem to help with the cleansing, because normally I add a little bit of glycerin to the water phase of that, and which helps, I think, give it a little bit more pull. But this jojoba oil seems almost to have more of a cleansing effect. I mean, that's like the second one of these things, you know. It's hard to see, I know, the light. Anyway, really seems to work really good. So, and this is by trying different things. This is also how I learn, you know, so I call it research and development. That's how I learned how to make new products. And I went ahead and brought my calming toner and my calming day lotion. I normally use my rejuvenating, which is very anti-aging. But honestly, this last week, this last few days, I really got to a place where I just need to kind of bring things down a little bit, tone them down, relax. I'm just trying to be in my space here at the house, get things organized, and just reflect and regroup. And so this kind of gives you an idea too of how my skincare products work. And when you put just organic, ethically sourced, fresh, awesome ingredients without any fillers on your face, how your skin just soaks it up. Basically, I'm feeding my skin very nutritious food, right? Because the skin is in fact a living organ. And so when people ask me why I have good skin, honestly, you know why? It's because I feed it every day. I feed it nutritious food every day. And so I end up with that nice dewy look, which really, I mean, part of it is I do, you know, a superfood shake, and I try to eat as many superfoods as possible, and I eat really nutritious food. That helps too. And I try to drink a lot of water. But in addition to that, right, that gives me a good internal environment for healthy skin. But then the dewiness and that kind of glow that happens, a lot of that is just that immediate rejuvenating benefit of putting awesome ingredients on my skin. So this is my day lotion, and I just shake it to create a lotion. And then I spritz a couple spritzes on my hand. And there we go. And this is what I do every day. Good morning. You see like immediate red glow, and the red will tone down, but you can see everything's just really, really dynamic and what's the word? Supple. So anyway, that was a quick little demonstration, and now my skin is ready for the day. But that was a quick demonstration on how to make a quick cleanser. So if you just joined, go back and watch the video. It's pretty cool. It's really, really simple. And if you're home, it's hard to find hydrosols anywhere in Alaska. If you're down south, you can go to like Mountain Rose Herbs, or if you want to order, go to Mountain Rose Herbs, and they have a variety of hydrosols. This lavandin is from there, and you can get like their rose hydrosol. Rose water is actually very reasonably priced, probably because they sell a lot of rose oil, right? So they're producing a lot of it. And I like jojoba oil now for a cleanser. So you can go get jojoba oil at any natural food store. You really can't get hydrosols. You can get witch hazel, but can be pretty harsh. You might be able to get a rose water, but I still have not seen it because they're perishable, so they're hard to keep, right? Most places don't want to spend that kind of money, and they're expensive. But they work amazingly, and you can just make yourself a quick cleanser. For the amount you go down to the store and spend, you know, $20 on a cleanser, right? For a good quality cleanser, or even $10 for a crappy cleanser with all kinds of fillers in it. You can go get a bottle of jojoba for 20 or 30 bucks. Big one, right? That'll last you a long time when you're just doing, this is a couple months worth of cleanser for me, right? And that was only a little tiny bit of this jojoba oil. So get yourself a bottle of jojoba oil and order yourself a freaking 16-ounce jar of lavender or rose water, right, from Mountain Rose Herbs. And that'll be your cleanser for like 6 months or so. So super easy, just half and half. You want to get a little scale because you want to weigh it out, because you could do it by mil, but oil and water weigh differently, and so I think you can still go half and half, but I don't know because I'm weighing it, and that's how I know it works. So I would weigh it just to be on the safe side. For 50%, 50%. Okay. All right, so I think that's all. Have a good day. Bye.